There is relative calm in West Asia after Iran and the United States paused military strikes. The U.S. ambassador to the United Nations, Mike Waltz, told the Fox News that while American forces remain locked and loaded, President Donald Trump is giving diplomacy and negotiations some room to move forward.
He's giving it a little bit of room. We've had both Oman and Iran and a number of our other negotiators engaged at every level, from the most senior levels all the way down to the technical level over the past few weeks and particularly in the past few days.
The U.S. has refrained from launching strikes for a second consecutive night, while an Iranian military spokesperson said that Tehran had also suspended retaliatory attacks against American interests and allies in the region. The pause follows nearly 2 weeks of daily American strikes and tit-for-tat attacks, which was seen as the largest rekindling of the almost 5-month-old war since an April ceasefire. However, Trump has shared a series of AI-generated images on his Truth Social platform. The post may signal that military activity will continue or increase. One image shows the U.S. president standing on a tanker, while another shows fighter jets bombing the Karg Island oil export terminal. Iran, meanwhile, continues to face mounting pressure along its southern coastline, where the U.S. maintains a naval blockade around the Strait of Hormuz. Iran has said the United States is not involved in recent talks with Oman over the administration of the strategic waterway. Iranian media on Sunday said that an oil tanker exploded in Hormuz after colliding with a naval mine outside a navigation route designated by Iran. Meanwhile, Iran's allies in Yemen continue to disrupt shipping through the Red Sea. In the latest, the Houthi rebels say that they have downed a Saudi drone over the northwest Yemen, a day after claiming that it attacked oil facilities in the Gulf Kingdom. Now, footage released by the Houthis appears to show armed men approaching the burning wreckage of an aircraft. According to a maritime body overseen by the U.S. Navy, commercial shipping traffic on Hormuz was at a 3-week low, while traffic remained steady through the Bab al-Mandeb. Despite the tensions and uncertainty, Iran's foreign ministry spokesperson Ismail Baghai has said that talks with the U.S. had made progress and they continued. However, beyond the Strait of Hormuz and Iran's nuclear program, Lebanon remains another major point of contention between the two sides. Iran's supreme leader, Mojtaba Khamenei, has said that preserving Lebanon's territorial integrity remains a key condition for ending the war. Now, the timing of this statement is important. Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is due at the White House on Tuesday this week, and he's expected to continue to take a tough line on Tehran, including on its nuclear program. Speaking with Fox News, Netanyahu warned Iran against any future attacks against Israel.
If Iran attacks Israel, either directly or through proxies, either with ballistic missiles or UAVs or killer drones, it will make a terrible mistake, because our response, Israel's response, will be very, very forceful.
And to talk more on this, we were earlier joined by Colonel David B. Roche from Washington, D.C. He's a professor of Thayer Marshall Institute and former Deputy Director for Peacekeeping in the Office of the Secretary of Defense. Listen in to what he has to say on the current situation.
Oh, well, President Trump doesn't have a strategy. I mean, that much is clear. He's trying different tactics. And I think that when you go down an air power only approach, your options, if you don't achieve your goals immediately, are to either redouble the intensity, expand the geographic scope of attacks, or broaden the target list of attacks. So he's kind of fallen into the trap of air power alone. But why this pause specifically? I think there's a couple of reasons. So first off, Friday night, which I thought would be the night that he would intensify attacks, was the night of the White House Correspondents' Dinner. President Trump was the lead speaker there, and I guess he didn't want to step on his own punchline. But President Trump's also very sensitive to markets, and I think that if he were to attack on the weekend, the markets would have a full weekend to figure out what it was going to be, and it would be harder for President Trump to manage their reaction. Whereas if he carries it out when the markets have to immediately react to it, President Trump can spin it a little bit more. I think there's the additional consideration that he is obligated, because he didn't really make the case for going to war to the American people. He is obligated to show that he's giving diplomacy every last chance, primarily because we have midterm elections coming up, and the war, as you noted, I mean, we're in the 5th month of a 3-week war. So there's a lot of reasons, but either way, I think that this interregnum will not last for long.